Hello everyone, this is Vishwas and welcome back to our Webpack series. In the previous video, we seen how to remove the unused or dead CSS from our code with the help of Purge CSS Webpack plugin. And in this video, we will do the similar thing for JavaScript. That means we will see how to remove the dead or unused JavaScript. Webpack 5 automatically do the removal of unused JavaScript in the production mode, and that process we called as a tree shaking. To understand tree shaking in detail, let's go with one small example of tree itself. If you look at here, consider we have a application, and in this application, I have multiple components or function. When we are using this component or exporting or importing those components or function in Webpack, we are consider it as a module. In the entire code base, consider we have this different kind of modules, but in the application, actually, I'm only using the few modules, right? If you look at module here, are in green, module 1, module 2, module 5, and module 7. Those modules are used in the application. But if you look at module 3, 4, and 6, those are present in code, but actually not used by our application. And when we create the final bundle, the Webpack do the tree shaking. That means it somehow throw out this unused module and create the final bundle with required modules only. To understand this, if you look at here, this is basically the tree shaking where unused dependencies are thrown out and only used dependencies by application added into the final bundle. This is how tree shaking is work, and keep our bundle as small as possible considering the production. When the process of tree shaking comes in picture, we need to take care of some of the important points. So let's discuss those now. First point is like it uses the static analysis to identify the dead code, and it's done through the dependency graph. That means whenever we set the entry configuration, the Webpack go through all the entry points, then it's go through all the required dependencies, create the dependency graph, then tree shaking use this graph to remove the dead JavaScript. Second point, it works on analyzing the import and export for ES6 modules. If you are not using ES6 module, then tree shaking won't able to determine which part of the code is used by application or not. To enable the tree shaking, make sure that you are using your exports as the ES6 modules. Next point, Webpack enables the tree shaking by default only for production mode. Then next point is more on the how exactly you are managing your dependency, like try to manage your dependency in better way. And the last point, like whenever we have large code base, use dynamic import whenever possible to keep our initial bundle as small as possible. Now let's move to the VS Code and try tree shaking with the help of one small example. In VS Code, I continue working on my Webpack plugin application. And if you look at here, we created two different Webpack config file. One is for dev environment and one is for production, right? And if I go to the package.json, we will see we have two different scripts here. The build script is for running our build in production mode, and the dev script is for running our build in development mode. Now let's go to one of our JavaScript file, maybe the index.js. Here we have some old code that is already used by application, and just for demonstrate purpose, now I will create two more new function. Those function will not be used anywhere, and we'll see how exactly those functions gets added into the development and production build. So let's create those function. Here I have created two dummy function. We are using the ES6 module export, and both the function are just used to console log some code. Now save these changes and run our build first in development mode to see the result. For that, I will use npm run dev command. Yes, our build is successful now. And if I go to the dist folder and look for my index.bundle.js file, right? Yes, we will see the unused function 1 as well as unused function 2 code is present in the development mode. Both the function are not used directly in our code. Still in development mode, those functions gets added into the final bundle. Now run similar code in production mode. For that, I will use npm run build command. Now our build created in production mode, it is completely optimized. And now if I try to search for unused function, that code is not available here. That means the Webpack internally did the tree shaking and removed all unused JavaScript code. And that is done with the help of Treasurer Webpack plugin with the option of optimization. Now to understand further, let me call this function in our application. I am not importing it anywhere in the file, but just calling this function so that it gets used in our application. Let me save these changes and now run my build again. Here now we are expecting that code for function 1 should get added into our final bundle and code for function 2 should not, because we are not using the function 2 anywhere in our application. Now our bundle is successful. Let me go to the index.bundle.js file and search for the required text. Now you will see here, we see the code for function 1 here, but code for function 2 is not available. That means whatever the function is used by application, the Webpack adding that code into the final bundle. And if we have any unused function, that code is removed out of the final bundle with the help of tree shaking. I think that's all about the tree shaking and removing the unused JavaScript from our final bundle. To achieve the tree shaking, like we don't need much configuration at our end. We just need to set the mode production and Webpack do the necessary thing for us. Finally, this is one of the most important topic and most asked interview questions for build optimization. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and see you in next one. Till now, thank you. Bye.